Hello, Miss Yaman. Welcome to InfosecTrain.
Hello, section. How are you doing?
All well, ma'am. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Great. Firstly, grand congratulations to you on behalf of all of us for clearing one of the gold standard and elite certification of information security, CISSP. How was your experience while preparing for this elite certification, ma'am?
Thank you. Thanks a lot, section. So I'll share my experience briefly, although I can talk about it. I can go on forever, but I'll just try to wrap it up briefly. So I had always aspired to study for it and appear for the certification, but since last year, I took it up very seriously. That is when I joined InfoSec training course led by Prashant. I think that was the because that's what got the seriousness of uh, studying regularly and going through the material. Because before that, I had tried on my own a few times, but then I was not getting the regularity to complete the syllabus on my own. But having joined the training session, I think was a very intelligent step that I took. And I'm really grateful and thankful to all of your team and Prashant for conducting such training. So that is when my journey started. And as suggested by Prashant, we were trying to keep up with the pace of the training by studying on our own the same topics that were getting covered during the training. So that was the very first thing of preparation. And then along with going through the material that Prashant was sharing or during the training. I also, once the training got over, I went through all the recordings again, went through official study guide, ninth edition, Cybex book. I also went through some other videos from the masters in the field, like Pete Zerger or destination certification, and so I refer to all those materials because one thing I realized, and I can say that now after clearing the exam, that you cannot really rely on one source of the syllabus. You have to go through different sources to get the different flavors of the topics and the different aspects. Because as everyone is aware, it's not a very straightforward exam, right? You have to know the each and every topic in and out. So you have to go through different materials. What really helped me was going through Prashant's videos again and again to understand the topics that were new to me, in which I did not have the work experience. I also refer to Prab's coffee shots, which I found very, very useful in explaining the concepts, which to the point very clearly he has explained in those coffee shots regarding especially the domains where I considered myself weak. For example, networking or communications and network security domain and cryptography as well. So you've explained them very well, and I think all that put together just helped me, and the rest is all history.
And finally, you are CISSP now. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
How was your experience with InfosecTrain throughout your CISSP journey, from the start till you got your CISSP? How was your overall experience with us?
Yes, I wanted to have this platform to, in fact, talk about train approach and their guidance and the entire process. So right from the time I contacted them, I am forgetting. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name of the consultant who helped me with it, but she was very helpful. She guided me through, and as promised, I was reverted back with all the information that I needed, and the batch that I was looking for, I got the opportunity to join the same batch depending on the availability of the timings and things like that. So it was a very, very smooth process, absolutely zero issues on that. And then as the training started, it was just seamless because Prashant used to be right on time. He was always willing to extend or adjust with all the members, participants of the training. He took up questions very patiently. One more thing I wanted to add about Prashant is he made us understand the concepts in a pictorial form, which was very, very useful rather than just reading, lines and lines of topics that are written in a book, but he helped us explain the topics in a pictorial representation wherever he could, which was very helpful. And yeah, I think other than that, of course, I want to thank you for being patient and providing all the necessary materials, even long after we finished the training, providing us with all the books, resources that we needed. And especially the set of questions that was shared by InfosecTrain, which were like a simulation test, domain-wise, and then the whole sets. I think they were very helpful, and if people get a chance to go through those questions, because then you are able to complete those questions. You can time yourself by doing those test papers, and the questions were also quite relevant. So I felt I had a very good experience overall with InfosecTrain. Thank you so much.
Glad to know that, ma'am. Any suggestions or tips you want to share with the aspirants who are preparing for their CISSP across the globe according to your personal experience? Any tips so that they can achieve the examination in the first attempt?
Right. So again, I would have a lot of tips and suggestions for people who are aspiring, because I have myself, it was not a short process. It was indeed quite a long process of studying. And because it's the exam is not such that you just read once and go appear for the exam. You have to make it a way of life when you're preparing for the exam. So whether or not you're studying or not, but there's always something going on in your mind, revising the topic. So I would say once you decide that you have to appear for this exam, you have to constantly and persistently keep revising the topics. You may not be able to take the book and sit down and read, which is very difficult for all of us professionals, right? We hardly get time to do that, but alternative is to listen to the videos while you're on the go. You may be driving, you may be taking some break from your work or whatever. So anytime you get, just keep listening to the videos, because that will just keep refreshing the topics in your memory, right? Because the syllabus is so vast that by the time you start from domain 1, go through domain 8, you might end up forgetting what is there in domain 1. So it is very important that you keep revising the topics in any form of or shape that you get, by using flashcards or your own personal notes, or going through videos or whatever it is. But you have to be consistent, and I would say give it a shot to go through as many resources as you can, because that will just give you a different flavor from each author, and not just one author. So which is very important, because end of the day, the syllabus itself is so huge, and the questions are really put in a way that they're not really direct, that okay, you read the topic once and you're able to answer them. So I would suggest that go through as much study material and questions, mock test papers especially, just to better prepare yourself. Yeah?
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable experience with us, ma'am. It was super exciting to have you and listen from you, taking out time in a busy day. Thank you so much for that. And we are very happy that down the line, whenever you think about your CISSP journey, InfosecTrain 2 would be part of that. We are glad about that. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day. Thank you so much.